we have the backward hat Dave, we have the champagne everywhere, and you have that, and it's well deserved. People don't understand. Maybe you can enlighten us on this. People understand like how long a season is, and this is like the culmination of it. This is why these moments happen are so important. But then you would kind of have to flip the switch, right? I mean, how long? What's that dynamic like?
It's not that hard. I know there's some people that they don't like us to celebrate each accomplishment, right? Like you win the wild card, you pop champagne. You win the wild card game, you pop champagne. You win the ALDS, you pop champagne. You win the ALCS, you do the same thing, and then you win the World Series, and you do it again. You know what? Hey, the champagne is there, so what are you gonna do? Like that's what we got to do. It's tradition, I guess. The only thing is that it gets expensive. Like it starts with like whatever
Bud Light
cheap brand. I mean a cheap brand of champagne, and all of a sudden you have gold bottles at the end. Like Ace of Spades, and I mean unreal. But it's easy to turn the page because the goal is to win. At that point, it was 11 games, right? You have to win 11.
Which you tell them that like that's we talk about the message, right? That is a message that you say.
Yeah,
let's like, get our head around this.
It's 11 games. It really doesn't matter what you did over 162. It's what you do in October. And if you don't win those 11 games or 13 games now for some teams, it's a bad season, especially in big marketplaces, right? New York, Chicago, LA, Boston, right? So the mindset is you win this one, you celebrate, you move on. And then for our group, it was easy in 18. We can talk about 21 later on, but I do believe our mindset was 11 games in October. It started in September 3rd, or right after we swept New York in that big series at home. I think it was a 4-game series, and Benny hit the walk-off. We were down 3, and Chapman gave it up, and Benny got the base hit. Mm-hmm. We won that series. We go up 9, and kind of like we already move on to the playoffs. You saw what we did in September. We rested guys. We rested the bullpen. Everything just to get ready for that first series. The best out of 5 series, that's a crapshoot. That's a tough one because it can happen so fast that all of a sudden you're like, oh, it's over, right? We won the first game, we lose the second one, and everybody was going nuts. Like, oh, this is over, overrated. They're not good, and the sky was falling. But then we score a lot of runs, and then we won the next one. But it's just the mindset of the group. There's no other way to do it. And I think the guys understood, especially that year. It was New York, the first one, and then Houston, the next one. And, for what happened in 17, they were ready for that one. Mm-hmm. And then, we lost the first game. And then we did what we did, and then it was like, okay, we have to wait. I think we have to wait a few days to know it was the Dodgers, and also it's the Dodgers, and it's another 100 plus win team. So for us, it was a lot easier than others probably, just to make sure, okay, we celebrate, we move on. It was a very, I hate to compare teams. I was part of 07. Obviously, I was part of 17. Everybody knows the story. But as far as the mindset, it was a very professional group that we didn't get caught up on 16 runs against New York. We knew that the next day it was going to be a different lineup, and we had to show it up because if not, it's a tight series, and we go back to Fenway. So you just keep preaching what you preach, stay in the moment. But we had a head start. We started in September talking about stuff like this, and they understood why you get an off day or why you're not pitching. Everything is towards October, and that happened.